This is a public service announcement from Super Earth. Citizens, today we fight against an enemy that dares to bare its teeth against our democracy. So I ask you, will you stand up and fight for liberty? For justice? For democracy? Will you stand with your brothers and sisters and fight for what is right? Will you rain indiscriminate justice upon the enemies of Super Earth? We climbed from the primordial ooze to sit and reign upon the throne that was destined to be ours, and the last thing we'll do is lose it to some bugs and a couple overgrown toasters. So I'm asking you today, suit up, lock in, drop down, Helldiver. I'll see you on the front lines.
Helldivers, this is not my normal video. Typically, I essay and write and research and study far before I ever even think about hitting record, but today I just had to talk about this game because it's been a really long time since I've stayed up until 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning playing video games with my friends, but it hasn't just hooked me, it's hooked everyone that I know, and it's obviously hooked even more people because last night the game was at about 250,000 concurrent players on Steam. Today, it's over 350,000, at least the last time that I checked, and it's probably going to be far, far more than that by the time that I finish this video. I love this game, and I want more of these games, and I'm going to be talking a lot about this game in the next coming weeks, but today I just want to give initial impressions. Helldivers 2 is a remarkably simple game. You drop in on a planet, you kill the enemies that are on that planet, you take care of a couple of side objectives, and then you get the hell out. There really isn't all that much more to it. You have the ability to use special abilities like stratagems, calling down things from your ship, or special weapons that you can unlock through the game's Warbond system, which is their pseudo battle pass or something like that. And overall, the game is just a really simple and beautiful game loop of just drop in, kill stuff, and get out. However, there's something here that just makes it a really special experience, especially when you're playing it with other people. And that's one of the things that I want to make sure that I'm striking as hard as I can, because while I do believe that people can have an enjoyable time playing it single player and joining on other people, it is so much better when you're enjoying it with friends. And the game really is that simple. It's just drop in, go kill stuff, and get the hell out. There is side objectives and things like that. You can take your time walking around the map. They give you 35 minutes, I think, or so, to be able to look around the area before you try to evacuate after you've completed your main objective. But the gameplay loop is just so damn simple that it makes it so fun and engaging to play. And one thing that I want to continue to strike on, especially with any of my initial impressions of the game, is that it's so good when you're playing with people that either A, have mics, or B, are friends of yours, because you're able to collaborate, coordinate, bring certain tools and certain stratagems and things like that with you guys to be able to help with the enemies that you're fighting against. But even more so, it makes for some of the most hilarious moments that I've ever had playing games in a long time. My entire group of friends last night were basically in stitches the entire evening because, well, we just can't help but kill each other. Part of the magic of this game is specifically just that there's so much chaos.
Why are they running
going
after
on.
these fucking robots?
Because that's where they gotta go. They gotta get to that, like, main building. Oh, Ian just murdered the shit out of me!
Again, twice. Alright, cool.
Now you know how it feels, Mark.
It's such a simple gameplay loop, but because of how erratic some of the abilities can be, how it's difficult to be able to judge exactly what distance you need to be from explosions and things like that, you're seeing yourself or friends ragdoll all over the place, or getting hoarded by a bunch of different insects or something like that. And the game, especially on higher difficulties, gets absolutely out of control. But that doesn't mean that it's just like a meme mode or something like that, where, oh, it's just crazy and this is just the way it is. No, it is genuinely difficult and challenging, and it requires a lot of coordination to actually complete. But at the same time, because of the way that the game portrays death and things like that in the game and how expendable we are as soldiers, it actually makes it really humorous even when the game is still challenging. So instead of beating your head up against the wall, you're rolling around the floor laughing. And I already saw a video from IGN with Destin Laguerre, a bunch of different clips online of people just laughing as they're accidentally killing their friends, dropping airstrikes right on top of people and things like that, drop pods falling right on top of people. But with all of those hilarious moments, there's also incredibly epic moments that you can have as well. I remember us running through a field and shooting a nuke and blowing it up and killing this entire herd of monsters, and we didn't even know it was there in the first place. On the flip side of that, I heard one of my friends in the corner of my ear say, "What is this, pesticide? Is this a nuke?" And then he shoots it and they both blow up and die immediately, and we're all laughing. There is a lot of humor here, but there's just a lot of just genuine good time, fun enjoyment. I don't know exactly how to put this into words. It's something that you have to experience, or maybe if you watch a lot of people experiencing it, then you'll get a better idea of it. But I don't want to turn people away because you need to have friends to play the game. No, you can make friends playing it. So one of the messages that I would like to send out with this video specifically is turn on your microphones. For God's sakes, turn on your microphones. Going to play a game like this that is meant to be social, it's socially progressed. The whole idea between all of our objectives, the galaxy objectives, the war effort itself, is a collaborative effort between all players in the game. So not communicating with other players just doesn't make a lot of sense. And what you're doing is actively harming your own experience and the experience of others at the same time. This doesn't have to be business first. This is a party. This game has enormous growth potential because I actually see this being a similar phenomena to Warzone when it first released. How it was this massive, huge movement of people that started playing the game because it was, one, so addictive, but two, because it was so social. And it's a way that many people found friends, especially back during lockdowns and things like that. Me, I'm still a part of a Warzone Discord with friends that I absolutely adore and love to talk to every chance I get to. And even though we don't play Warzone anymore, or at least I don't, we all still talk. And this is one of those opportunities. This is one of those games where you can find yourself in some really funny and interesting situations. And if you're putting yourself out there to make friends, you're going to make them, because that's the kind of game this is. This is a game that genuinely does bring people together. And I think largely that's what's going to be what makes this game so special and what's going to make this game so popular and continue to grow in popularity as time goes on. The guns control phenomenally. The sound design is absolutely next level, especially once you drop a nuke or something like that and you hear the aftershock and you see the trees wave and things like that. The environments are gorgeous, depending on the time of day and also the different weather conditions that you see. But for the most part, the planets are absolutely gorgeous. The ambiance and everything is just fantastic. The ship design is really cool. The weapon designs are really cool. Everything about the game, outside of the servers being on fire, all of the areas that this game needs to succeed, it gets A+, 10 out of 10s everywhere. And I don't have much of anything negative to say about the game yet because, well, these are initial impressions for the most part, but I don't normally say this. If you own a PlayStation or a PC and you're interested in playing this game, it is what I would consider one of the safest buys you can have. It's a $40 game. Suck it, AAA $70. It's a $40 game that's just a lot of fun to play. And yeah, that's it. I just wanted to throw a little bit of initial impressions and a little bit of my initial ideas out there as I realize a lot of people are talking about it because the game is in real time exploding. And I'm just loving the game. And I can't wait to talk more about it. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys enjoyed these thoughts, drop a comment down below. Let me know that you guys are interested in Helldivers 2, and I'll continue to cover it. Outside of that, my friends, stay cool, stay righteous, stay safe, and most of all, I'll see you in space, Helldiver. Oh, also, Patreon link down below. Peace.